Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the video lesson. I'm Shweta Gupta, your maths teacher, and today I'm going to do the revision of exercise 16A and B of lesson number 16. So, let's get started. So, now, children, let us revise what we have learned in lesson 16. Children, this is point A. And what do we mean by point? Well, a point has a position but no length. And a point is named by a capital letter. So here we have named the point A as point A. Now children, this is a straight line. Okay. And you can see what is the symbol for the straight line, right? And children, you can see that the two arrows are drawn on the two end of this line. This arrow shows that a straight line goes on both the sides. Means it has no fixed end point. Okay. And a straight line, it means that a straight line has no fixed end point, means that it has no fixed length. And a straight line can be named by any 2 points on it. Like in this case, in the picture, there are two fixed points on it, which is point A and point B. And so we have named the straight line as AB, or and given the symbol as it is shown in the picture, right? So now next is line segment. So what is a line segment? Well, a line segment, it starts and ends at fixed endpoint, right? As you can see in the picture that the line segment starts at point A and ends at point B. So this is a line segment, and the line segment has a fixed length, right? Two fixed endpoints, and it is shown by the symbol shown in the picture. The next one is a ray. Now children, a ray starts at a fixed point and goes on and on, right? So it has one end point and it has no fixed length, because from one side it can go on and on, right? So it has no fixed length. And this is ray AB. And children, uh, it has how it is being named. It has one fixed endpoint, which is point A, and then we will make another point on it, which is point B, and then it is named as ray AB, and it is shown with the symbol as it is as shown in the picture. So now children, after revising what is a point, what is a straight line, what is a line segment, and what is a ray, let's straight away come to the revision of exercise 16A. So the first question is, look at the figures and fill in the blanks. See the first figure. In the first figure, you can see that the it has one fixed endpoint, which is point A, and from the other end it can goes on and on, right? So what is this? It is a ray AB, right? So AB is a dash, and in the dash, in the blank, you will write ray. Now see the B. Here you can see that it is a, what is it? It has two fixed endpoint, point P and point Q. So children, what is it? It is a line segment, right? So PQ is a dash, that is what you will write in the blank. PQ is a line segment. Now let's come to the C picture. Here you can see that there is a straight line. Of course it is a straight line, because on both the sides it can goes on and on. It has no fixed endpoint, and it is named by the two fixed point which is on it, which is point M and point N. So we can say that MN is a straight line. Now let's come to the D part of this question. Here you can see that this is a triangle, right? And it is made up of how many line segments? Means how many numbers of line segments are there? Well, of course, there are three line segments. So in the blank, or in the blank box, what we are going to write? 3. Now let's come to the F part of this question. Here you have to write the number of line segments well. If we will count, the number of line segments comes equal to 4. Now let's move to the next part, which is the H part. And in this figure, can you count the number of line segment? Well, the number of line segment is equal to 7. And in I part, how many line segments are there, or what is the number of line segment? Well, it is 10. So children, now let's come revise the question number 2 of exercise 16a. The question number 2 is match these. So here in the first column you can see the symbols are given and you have to match the symbols with the second column. Okay, so you can see what is the first symbol. Well, the first symbol is the symbol of a straight line, and as we know that straight line has no end points, so we will match it with this, no end point. And the second one is the symbol of a line segment, and line segment has two endpoints, so we will match it with two endpoints. And the third symbol is of a ray, and ray has only one endpoint, so we will match it with one endpoint, right? So this way question number 2 is. Now children, let's come to question number 3, and the question number 3 is how many line segments can be drawn by joining the points and write their name. So let us see. First we are joining the point D and E, so one is the line segment DE. Second one is EG, we are joining the point E and G, means we can make one line segment between point E and G, so it is line segment EG. The next line segment is GF and the next one is FD. So the total, and one more, it is EF and DG. So in all there are 6 line segments which can be drawn by joining the points. So in the box we will write 6. So now children, let's revise what do we mean by an angle. So look at the figure given below. Yes, in this figure we can see there are two rays. One is ray OA and another one is ray OB, and these two rays are meeting at the point O, right? And so we can call the point O as the vertex. Now the ray OA and OB, they form an angle at O. You can see how they are forming, these two rays are forming an angle at point O. The symbol for an angle is this. So we call the angle at O as angle AOB or as angle BOA. You have to remember this in your mind that in angle name, the middle letter is always the vertex. Like in angle A, in this angle AOB, see the middle letter, that is O. It is the vertex or the point O where the two rays are meeting. So children, after revising how we form an angle and what do we mean by an angle, let's straight away come to the revision of exercise 16b. And let us do question number 3 of this exercise. Write the name of the angle. Children, you have already learned that we have different kind of angles like acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle and complete angle. So let us see the first one. The A part is 160 degree. Children, when we write 160 degree, children, this angle 160 degree angle is more than 90 degree, but it is less than 180 degree. So the angle which is more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree, that angle is called an obtuse angle, right? So here we will write it is an obtuse angle, right? We have to name the angle, so it is an obtuse angle. Now let's move to the next one. 60 degree. Now children, 60 degree is an angle which is less than 90 degree, and children, the angle which are less than 90 degree, those angles are called acute angles. So here we will name this angle as acute. Now let's come to the C part. Here the angle given is 180 degree. Children, 180 degree angle is called the straight angle because this angle is made on a straight line, right? So this 180 degree angle, the name of 180 degree angle is straight angle. So we will write straight. Now let's come to D part, 100 degree. Again children, this angle 100 degree is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So it is an obtuse angle. Now let's move to the next part, which is E part, 360 degree. Children, 360 degree angle is a complete angle and it is made, this angle is called a complete angle, right? Why it is called a complete angle? Because it makes a full turn or a full circle, right? So we will name it as complete angle, right? Now the last one is 90 degree. Children, 90 degree angle is called right angle, right? So 90 degree angle is called right angle. So we will name this as right angle. So this way we have come to the end of this revision video lesson, which contains the revision of exercise 16A and 16B of lesson number 16. I hope you have understood all the questions very well. So thank you, my dear students. Keep watching, keep learning.